are back. Just getting everything all set up here and ready to go for tonight. Welcome, Tom. Dean. After hooked it up to my Skywatch at 130p, and it works. Well, I was wondering what settings are best to take long exposure shots. That's a great question, Tom. Very good question. Because I have an intervalometer. Nice. Well, it depends on what you're looking to do now, and what kind of mount you have too. So, it all depends. I'll turn the music down a little bit here. There we go. Turn the music down. I just want to see, do we have the owl in view? We should. Yeah, it should be right. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, we do have the owl in view. Yeah, it's in view. It is right here. That's the owl right there. Alright, so let's get the guider up. Well, actually, you know what we'll do? Actually, we will... 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's what we'll do. We'll go back this way here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to slowly move this over. 2, 3, 4. Because I want to get this centered here. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go back up just a little bit. There we go. Fantastic. I just have a stock mount, which is not an Oz mount. I'm saving up for an AS mount with a star tracker. Nice! Currently the mount is just a tabletop mount with the rotate and swivel and tilt, but no computerized Wi-Fi go-to, and that's okay. I wouldn't go super long for exposures, but you should be able to get a decent amount, which is good. I would probably say start out, again, you got to do polar alignment too, so make sure your polar alignment is good. If you get good polar alignment, you should be in great shape. I don't see why you couldn't get maybe, yeah, 30 seconds. 10 seconds you could start out with. Like I always say, if you can get 10-second exposures to start out with, by all means, you most certainly can. Polar alignment, never tried that before. Well, good news with polar alignment is I'll be able to help you. I'll definitely be able to help you, Tom, without a problem at all. What you do, I don't know if it's possible, but I will try many things. So, what you do for polar alignment, the best way that I would suggest to do that is you look at the North Star, which is Polaris. Okay. Does your mount have a polar scope? I mean, that's one of the big things, is that if you have a polar scope, then you should be able to look through the mount and it'll have a little diagram. If not, eyeball it. Okay? I would say the best way to do it with that, sadly not. Okay, but still, no problems. What I would do is use a compass. Okay? Use the compass to try to get where true north is, 0 degrees, naturally, because you go 0 to 360. So use a compass, get your mount totally set to north, okay? Then what you do, the best way I would say is use your telescope, put the camera in there, and point to the North Star, then at that point you should be as close to as possible. Now, is it going to be completely accurate? Not really. Until you get a polar scope to actually see what you see, what I see. But the compass is a great idea. Use it through your phone. So if your phone has it, definitely use it. Without a doubt. You should be able at that point get 10 seconds, possibly 25. 30 might be a stretch, but you could try it and see. Like I say for everybody, the closer you are to Polaris. Now, keep in mind, Polaris is not exactly at the North Star, like the Northern Celestial Pole is what it's called. Okay, so the Northern Celestial Pole is just a little bit off. I did install one, but didn't use it much. Well, you'll be using it a ton with your mount. You'll be using it a lot. So, definitely, I would suggest using that. The other way of possibly doing it, and I did this with my other mount too, and then could do this. If you want to keep your mount for a very long time, you could... I rigged it, and it worked for a while. Is you could buy two things. One, you can buy what's called a Microsoft LifeCam HD 1080p. Okay, I will repeat that. It is a Microsoft LifeCam HD 1080p. And what that does is that is a sensitive enough camera that you'll be able to see the North Star with the camera. Now, you can attach that to a polar scope. You could buy one for like 50 bucks. Or, those are the really, really good ones. That will have a diagram on that actual polar scope. And what you do is you tape the polar scope to the Microsoft LifeCam. Now, find the center point of where your mount is for which is your right ascension and your declination. So, if you have, I know you have an Altaz mount, so that's going to be a little different. But if you have an equatorial mount, your telescope is going to rotate one way, like circular, and then rotate circular the other way. Okay, so it's going to rotate in two different directions. What you want is your right ascension, which is like rotating from left to right. Okay, you want to find that center point and put that polar scope Microsoft LifeCam combination in the middle, because then you use that camera, and now what that will do is not only you find the center point of your mount, then you also see where Polaris is, and you can match Polaris where that circle is. My mount is neither azimuth nor equatorial. I mean, you could... I'm trying to think how you could do that. Sadly, it's going to be tough. It's not out of the realm. But you could try it to get a polar alignment with it. It's not out of the question. You almost certainly could do it. So you could definitely try it. I was thinking of using a mobile phone star guide app to have, and you could do that too. Oh yeah, that would definitely work. Sky Safari is a good one. Night Sky is a good one. There's about 3 or 4 of them that you can use, that you can download onto your phone and use it. There is another one. It's called Polaris, and you could do that. Polaris would definitely. I think it's My Polaris. I think is what it's called. I'll have to look at it. It's Night Sky. Night Sky is definitely a great app. Order the Meet LX 65 mount. You can mount 2 cameras or 2 telescopes on it side by side. Has auto start, Wi-Fi remote using Sky Safari Pro. I love Sky Safari. Sky Safari is a great app. If you ever get a chance, anybody wants to download that, it is a phenomenal app to have. It is really, really good. I will look up Polaris. Let me look up the app. Hang on. I want to get you the exact name of it. It's like a red circle in a black background. I'm going to look it up. See, I forgot the name of it. It's been so long since I used it. Let's see if it's even on here anymore. Yep, Polar. It's called Polar Scope Align is the name of it. So it's still there. Polar Scope Align. It's by Telescope Polar Alignment is the name of the app. So yeah, definitely try that out. That would be definitely really cool. Waiting for the calibration to finish here. Look at players. Thanks. Sounds like a great idea. It is, and I think you'll be very impressed. Remember, everybody has to start somewhere. It's going to take some time, no doubt. Having an LTAS mount is going to be difficult, but if you can be successful with an LTAS mount, there's no telling what you can do. The sky's the limit. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to get that without any problems at all. We should be in good shape here. Let's see here. Bundle 8-inch, $400 cheaper. Nice. I gotta get a brighter star. Hang on. Gotta get a brighter star in this here. Because trying to track on that one star is not good. Let me see here. That's a good star right there. That's a perfect star right there. Thanks. What is your favorite planet? Did you see the full moon last night? My favorite planet would have to be Saturn. No doubt about it. I remember the very first time of doing astronomy back in 2012. So we're dating back 9 years ago now. It was May of 2012. I will never forget the very first time I looked at Saturn's rings and getting that. And keep in mind, what I had was a Meade ETX 90. Okay, so there's a tabletop telescope, not the greatest in the world. It was nice. It was something that I could try, put on a Kodak camera. It was a point and shoot camera, super awesome, super amazing. Got Saturn, got to see the rings. And it was just incredible. Absolutely incredible to see it. And loved every single minute of it. And that would be my favorite planet. Did I get a chance to see the full moon last night? Yes, I did. Even got to see the full moon on my way to home from work tonight. Got to see it. Was super, super impressed with it. Loved that. I even took a picture of it because I was like, this is so cool. So I did get a chance to see the full moon. Full moon was as of 3 a.m. this morning. So even got to see the 98% moon this evening. Saturn is very cool. Unfortunately, my telescope can't see its rings. You should be able to. With it being 130 millimeters, you should be able to see the rings. You should. I've had the polar alignment app. Get the pro version. I use it all the time. It has daytime polar alignment too. Free is not worth it. I did not see the full moon because it was early in the morning. Gotcha. Gotcha. So we're taking an image right now. We're at halfway through the image. We're 1 minute in. Just to see where we are here. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the exposure down to 22 seconds here, but we're going to put some gain into it here. Like, you could tell it's a planet, but it looks like an orb. I think it's just your focus. You just got to get the focus just right, and I think you should be in good shape. With 130 millimeters, you should be able to see it. I mean, you got a big enough scope that you shouldn't have any problems at all. At least I don't think you should have any problems with it. Let's see what we got here. It's a little out of focus. We'll have to focus this. Alright, let's get this thing in focus now. Alright, let's see here. Okay, let's get this thing into focus now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that looks like it's going backwards. Hang on, we'll use this star better. This star is better. We'll be able to see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be able to get this back into focus. Yeah. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Almost there. It's almost looking into a full star here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are way off focus here. That's perfect right there. That is a perfect star right there. That is beautiful. Let's see what we got now. Let's take a 2-minute exposure here, see what we got here. Alright, so now we're going to take a 2-minute exposure here. Maybe there's something wrong with my scope. Well, there could also be... Here's the other thing too, Tom. How long have you had the scope for? Because here's the thing. If it is a reflector, okay, it very well could be that you need to get that calibrated. So you would have to make sure that it's collimated correctly. That's a big thing. So you may have that totally in focus, but it might just be like an orb. No matter how many times you try to use the focus knob, it's not going to get into focus until you calibrate it correctly for collimation. If it's new, you shouldn't have any problems, but if it's a reflector, like it has a mirror at the bottom and uses a spider vane at the top, or is it a Catiapatric or a Maksudov, which is like a compact? I'm trying to remember. I know it's 130 millimeters. I just can't remember. Welcome, Genghis Khan. How's Genghis doing tonight? Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Darn it! I used the 20 gain again. Darn it! It looks like there's like haze coming through too, but we should be okay. Probably just blinded everybody. Sorry about that. You've only had it for about a year, so well. I mean, if you've transported it back and forth, I mean, it is totally possible that it could have become not collimated. Or, you know, collimation, you could have lost collimation. It's possible. Yeah, with it being a 5-inch scope, you should have no problems at all. Yeah, but Tom, I had a 90 millimeter, which was the ETX, and that one is like a 3.5-inch telescope, and I saw the rings just by putting in my Kodak camera. The Kodak camera was just a regular point and shoot, and I had no problems at all with mine. None. As you easily saw the rings of Saturn without any problems. So with it being a 5-inch telescope, you should be able to see it. I think it's just a matter of just getting it in collimation and getting it all set up. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah. Okay. So we should be able to see the owl very easily here. Naturally, of course, with the stupid moon being out now, that's going to mess up a bunch of things, but you can definitely see it. It's right here. This is the owl right here. I know it's nothing. It's a 2-minute exposure. See, there you go. If you've transported it a lot, it bounces. It has a mirror at the bottom, right? If it has the mirror at the bottom, they should have like little screws at the bottom. You should be able to move the plate, the mirror. And then if it has the spider vane up at the top, then you should be able to move it and you shouldn't have any problems at all. That's a 2-minute exposure. Let me see. Let me go to 4 minutes. The moon is definitely washing out this image. Not exactly fun. Take the brightness down on this here. There we go. No, I wouldn't have been worried. I mean, that's what it is. You should have no problems. You're getting buffering. Alright, let's take a look here. Hang on. Oh yeah, we're buffering. Hang on, we're gonna figure this out. Yeah, so then that's exactly what it is. Alright, hang on. So if we're buffering, hang on, let's get this. Mirror accidentally fell out when I was trying to comment. Yeah, I've done that. Hang on, let's see if we can get this back online here. Hang on. Oh, that's probably why. 3,500. Let's try that and see. Lower it down here. Yeah, I'm trying to fix the bit right here. Hang on. Yeah, I'm trying to get it here. I'm trying to work on it. First 3-inch telescope piece of crap showed rings. Yeah. I'm also going to get a better lens for this wide field too, so where this way the F ratio is going to be really good, and we'll get a wide field, and it'll be nice, crisp, smooth stars. Because you're going to see these stars here at the bottom here look like junk. Is it just me, or is it clouds coming through here? Hang on, let's look. You look at this one picture here. Oh yeah, there's definitely clouds coming through. Look at that. Look at the difference in picture. And how one looks whiter than the other. Same exposure time. And then if I'm looking at the wide field where we're shooting, let's see here. Of course, then again, the freaking moon is out too. We may, if the clouds come, you know, the haze comes through, we may just do some star tour. I mean, how about that? Let's do a star tour. That'd be really cool, huh? Can actually, like, look at different stars. I mean, because where we are, we're looking at the Owl Nebula, which is not too far off from where Merrick is. So we can always see where Merrick, and we can learn about different stars in the night sky, where they are, and how to find them, and all that wonderful good stuff we could. We'll see where the stars, we'll see where the clouds go. Yeah, the picture on the right has clouds. It sure looks like it to me. What I can do, and we can look at the wide field here. We'll get rid of all these names. I still have the names from the last time we did this. Wow. Yeah, we'll get rid of all this here. But you could see here, even with this stuff here, so looking at this, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see the stars are like warped. And with them being warped, that just means that it's the focal ratio. So if I were to take this out, I can go to 40%. So this is at 40%. And of course, naturally, hang on. Do it this way here, because that's not the whole screen. Hang on. Yeah, let's do it this way. There we go. That's the whole screen right there. There we go. There we go. So this is pretty much your whole field of view here, and you can see how much the moon just causes so much havoc. Can I see the horse head? Yes, I most certainly can. At the end of you did. Good lord, Dave, are you all right? Take it down a little bit here. We'll try to do it this way here. Hang on. Well, great question, Tom. And actually, I can show you. Based on looking at it here. So pulling it up here, you're gonna see. So I'll zoom it in, and I'm gonna show you, okay? Because actually, on this wide field view, you're gonna see that, okay? So here is my wide field view, okay? And we're gonna go move over here. All right. So looking at the wide field, you're gonna see this bright star right where my mouse pointer is. Okay. So there's a mouse pointer. So I don't know if you can see it on my screen here. Hang on. Let's see. There we go. Where's my mouse pointer? There it is. Okay, my mouse pointer. All right. Let me get this all situated here. Alright, here's what we'll do. We'll go zoom out a little bit here. We'll go to 125%. Here we go. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, give me a second, Tom. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. So, Tom. This screen right here, okay, you're gonna see this bright star. I'm gonna pull up on my mouse pointer. Yeah, there's the mouse pointer. All right, so right there, that is Betelgeuse. Okay, Betelgeuse is the bright star that you see that's right above Orion's belt. Okay, so everybody knows the constellation of Orion. But the question is all the stars and where to find it, and where to go, and how to do this, okay? So you have Betelgeuse. We all know that, okay? Mesa, okay? Mesa is this star. It's going to be hard to find, but it's these little three stars that are right here, okay? That's the top of Orion, okay? Then you got this bright star down here. It's right above my mouse pointer. This one here is Bellatrix. Alright, so this is the top that creates the triangle of the top of Orion. Okay? Then you have the famous Orion's belt, which is this right here. It's these three stars right here. Okay? So you got these three. Then if you were to look, Alnitek is the first one on the left. That is the bright star. That is where Horsehead is. The Horsehead Nebula, the Flame Nebula, that is the left one. If you were to go down just a slight bit, right here, this little dot that you see right above my mouse, okay? This bright one right there, that is Orion. That is the Orion Nebula. So that is so bright that I can catch this with my finder or my wide field camera. So this is Orion's Nebula right there. So, and how to find it with a red dot finder is pretty easy. you look at Alnitek, the star on the left, and then just go down just a slight bit. And that's where Orion Nebula is. Pretty easy, but at the same time, I just gotta know where everything is. That's the hardest part. Yeah, let's go to a different song here. Let's go over to the bottom here. Keep playing the same one here. We're gonna move it over here. There we go. There we go. Tom Brown, I'll see if I can find the link. If not, I'll grab it and get a model number for you. Fantastic. We're gonna move the scope here. Let's move it to a bright star, just so we can get a little bit of a star tour, which is nice. Let's just go for a little star tour. There's star music. So we're gonna make our trip over to Merrick. Okay, Merrick is off of the Big Dipper. All right, so we're gonna stop the guider here. Okay. Then what we will do is we will go back to video mode, crank up the gain. Alright, so we got that. So now... So Orion's Nebula is below Orion's belt, but the Horsehead is on the left. Correct. That is exactly right. Those are the 3 stars of the belt, so if you get that bright star, Orion is right below that. So let's see how good this scope is. So we are on M97, which is the owl. Let's go to Merrick and see how close we can get. Alright? So we're going to move this over. We're going to go back to scene 4. Nope, wrong one. Scene 2. There we go. So scene 2. Alright. So now, let's see how close we can get. We're going to move the mount. I smell popcorn. Somebody made popcorn. Downstairs, I'm going to have to get me some. We're moving the mount right now. And we're going to see how close we can get to Merrick here. Let's see, moving it just a slight bit here. Oh, went past it. There we go, and up. There we go. Merrick should be right in the center of the screen. How close are we? Not too bad. Not too bad. That's Merrick right there. And what it's doing is it's just slowing down. Slowing down. Settling. And there it is. I did, and I asked you if you were okay. I did, yeah. That's crazy. And I hope you're doing alright. Put the guider back on. See how good it is for the guider here. And what we could do, we could just take a one minute exposure on this just to see what we got here. Go. I gotta go through all the songs too, because I got like multiples and everything. I was gonna do it last night, but I just didn't have time. Not enough time in the day, you know, with working and everything. It's kind of crazy, but gotta get this going. No, Tom, you will not see the horse head with the scope. You would need a specialized filter and a long exposure in order to get the horse head. Very, very, very hard to do. 4 seconds and we should be good to see what this looks like in a 1 minute exposure. So we will see Merrick. Okay, there we go. There is Merrick. What we can do is we can adjust it here. Bright Star of Merrick. There you go. Pretty cool. And of course, naturally, you can see it on the bottom left where my planetary software is. So you can see Merrick, which is right there. And this is off of the Big Dipper. Now we can go to an even brighter star. We can actually go to Dubhe. Dubhe is up here. So we can actually move it. So we'll stop the guider. And the guider actually is not too bad. It's pretty stable. I'm recovering. Tests being done. Good. I will. Again, yeah, exactly, Tom. Good luck. I'm hoping everything works out for you. I really do. That's really scary. Very, very scary. Alright, so then we'll move to the next star here. So we'll stop the guider. Okay. And we'll go right up to what's called Alpha. Well, the common name is Dubhe, but it's Alpha Ursa Major is technically what it is. So now we'll go up. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll see how close we can get here. Hang on. Here. What we'll do is we will go back to the live field, the live view here. Back to the video mode here. Okay, so there's Dubhe right, oh not Dubhe. There's Merrick right there. Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna move it. Whoop, too far. I did it again. Okay, here we go. So this is Dubhe right here. Dubhe is much, much brighter. So you can see how bright it is. Settling down, and there you go. There's Dubhe right there. And what I can do is we can put the guider on. Okay. We'll do a multi-star guiding. Go. There we go. Multi-star guiding is on. And we'll take a 1 minute exposure, but we'll do like a 3 for gain, so you can really see it. Cool, you took the picture of Ursa Major the other day. CND, welcome. Welcome back. Bob, yeah, I think CND is Bob. Yeah, Dave, I haven't seen you live stream in a while, and that's what. Now I know why. Well, hopefully, hopefully you'll get back on. It's definitely want to get on there. Whew, that star's bright. So this is Dubhe, which is the star that's just on the other side of Ursa Major, which is the Big Dipper. So if you look at the bottom left, I have it set right in the middle. This is dead center. Why would I get a copyright strike? It's the name of the star. I might get a strike in bowling. Ha ha! Then we can move over. So we're just following it. Oh, actually, what's good about this, Tom, is the music that's on here is what I did was I pay a monthly fee. So what I do is I pay the monthly fee, and I put my channel in there so they know where the music's going and what it's coming from. So what I do is by putting the on there, I have thousands and thousands of songs on here. So I pay, probably like $15 a month, $20 a month. So I've gotten like, what is it, like claims, but after about like 24 hours it goes away. But I've never gotten an actual strike, only because the fact that the music I have is paid. Now I'm not monetized either. I'm not even close to monetized. So any of the stuff that I have on here, I don't get paid for this by any means at all. We're gonna stop the guider here. Okay. And now we're gonna go back, and then what we'll do now is look at the next star. Now, I'm trying to see if we can find a brighter star than Dubhe. Dubhe's pretty bright. It's one of the brighter stars in the night sky, actually, to tell you the truth. Dubhe is a 1.8 magnitude variable star. Pretty bright. Alioth is pretty bright, and that's down a little bit further. Alioth is also 1.8. Mizar is my favorite. It's a little bit dimmer. It's a 3.8. That is the tri-star system. So it actually is 3 stars. You have Elcor, and then you have Mizar A and Mizar B. Right, the music is copyrighted, that is correct. And with it being copyrighted, is I can't use the music for my own monetary gain. And by paying the money towards the site that I use, and I can say this, and it's pretty simple, is Epidemic Sound. That is the name of was where I do it. And I pay a monthly fee every single month to use that music, where they give you the right to download that music and play it, which is nice. But it's only a certain amount of music that they have on theirs, which is a lot. It is a lot, and then I just put it into a playlist and then let it play and let it go. So it is a lot. They should let YouTubers buy a copyright license. They should. They most certainly should. And actually, I actually had a problem about 2 months ago. It's about 3 months ago. I had one of a friend of mine has their own band. They're from Long Island, New York, and I got authorization from them to play their music on my stream. It was about 3 months ago, and they had an album, and I said, I'll play it while we do our astronomy stream. And about within 20 minutes after the stream ended, I got a copyright claim. Now, it wasn't a strike, but it was a claim stating that the music that you played was intended for someone else. And I said, but I got authorization from them. So it was a huge ordeal. I had to go to the owner of the music, and it had to get taken down. It was just a huge ordeal. But yet they told me I could, but you need something in writing in order to do it, which it's just nuts. It's just absolutely crazy. And I'm not even monetized either, which is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Dave. What they do is, if they get a copyright claim, okay, they will monetize that video, but any money that that video makes goes to the person who made that stuff. Okay, so they get the money, I don't, only because it's their copyright, their stuff. So I've had a couple videos where they placed an ad on it, and it even says when you go to the YouTube section, like your studio editor, it will tell you. It'll say, nope, can't do it. But I've never, ever, ever gotten a strike. So that's where I stand with that. I mean, and Dave's right. You got to be, very careful. You gotta be very, very careful what you're doing, because you do not want to get messed up. And Tom, you're right too. You do not want to get a strike, especially with all the hard work that everybody does. It's something that you got to be very careful with. So I'm moving over to Mizar right now. So give me a second here. This is going to show up in view in a second here. There we go. Dead center. There we go. Well, this is Mizar. And it's going to settle down in a second here. It's going to settle down. There we go. Exactly. The algorithm doesn't know that, so it sees the music playing, and then that's it. And then it'll just say, nope, can't do it. So here, what we'll do is we'll zoom in here. I love doing Mizar. Mizar A and Mizar B. It is so much fun to do this one. So here. We'll put the guider on. That way this will stay stagnant. This way it won't move. And what we'll do is we'll take the gain down here. There we go. There you go. So that is Mizar A and Mizar B. How cool is that? And Elcor is just above that. There you go. So you have Mizar A and B, which is down here. Elcor is up here. You got a copyright claim for live crickets? No way. That's impossible. So look how Mizar A and B just get drowned out. It almost looks like one big star. Right there, look at that. That's crazy. You can't even see it anymore. And what we see is Mizar and Elcor. You could see these two stars with your naked eye. If you look carefully and look hard enough, you should be able to see it with your naked eye. Which is crazy. You fart, somebody will claim that sound. That's exactly it. That's the world that we're living in now. Unreal. It's crazy. If you speed up the music, YouTube can't figure out it. I could do that with my video editor too. That's the funny part. I could so do that. And wouldn't that be hilarious? Nobody would know what it would be, or play it backwards. Yeah, if I sing a song, it will get copyrighted. Now that's nuts. That's crazy. One of the things that I did too, lately, if you've seen it, if you just came on, you know, within the last couple weeks, is that knowing about the music is people were questioning. Man, that was a great song you played. What is the name of that song? Who sings it? What is the name of it? I put them on the bottom right of all my streams now. So now you can see and you can look for yourself. Most of these songs are on Apple Music. You can probably find them on Spotify. Find them anywhere around, and they're all gonna be there, which is nice. I think I saw 2 stars in my telescope. I saw 2 that were similar to the right and next to each other. Exactly, and I think that's Mizar and Elcor, which is kind of neat. And you can see how bright they are, too, which is really cool. And with the moon being out, you know, I like to just go back and forth. So, Tom, what I do, and I don't know if you've seen how I do this, is the way that the mount is, and you could do this with an advanced GT mount, you can do this with any computerized mount that you have, is, like, I don't have to do star alignment anymore, which is nice. You know, I can take a picture in the night sky, and it's called plate solving, which I didn't know up until last year. Last year was the very first year that I used plate solving, and it works like magic. And you only do it like once or twice on a session, where I can use my planetary software and I can go back and forth. So, like, if I were to do, let's see, I could take my planetary software here. I got too many of them here. Oh shit, I got 2 of them. Why do I have 2 of them? Let's see, we'll get rid of this one. We don't need this one then. Yeah, I don't know why I have 2 of them. But what I can do is I can show you. I'll make it bigger here so you can see it. Okay. There you go. So you could see my planetary software, and the reticle that you see there, the circles, is where my telescope is pointing. Okay? So I could point it anywhere in the sky. Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't matter. Like, I could turn this telescope off and turn it back on. And as long as I take a picture using what's called plate solver, and I can show you what plate solver looks like, because, by the way, it is so cool. So here, we'll pull up plate solver here. Give me 1 second here. Oh, I don't have it pulled up. That's why. Here it is. There we go. Cancel. Okay. Sky capture. All sky plate solver. Here it is. Okay. I know we got a lot of windows up, but I just want to show you what this is. So, Tom, it's really, really neat. So here is my plate solver. Okay, so I'm gonna just transform this here so you can see it. And this is exactly what I see. So it is a program that I use specifically for plate solving. Okay? You can connect this to your mount, which I did. So you can see connect mount. Okay, so I connected to the mount. So you can take a picture and it will find it. It will tell you its right ascension, declination, the size of your camera, which I typed in all the information, your field of view, which I did for all that, the scale, your focal length, your pixel size, your camera angle, everything. So, like, I could literally go out there, turn it off, turn it back on, and then it will know exactly where it is in the sky. And that's how I do it. And it is so amazing how it works. And it has been a lifesaver for me because I used to do constantly on a constant basis that I would sit here and try to find an object. I can go down to the most minuscule object and find it. So like right now, okay, we'll shut off the guider. So we'll turn off the guider. Okay. What we'll do is we can find... Alright, so we'll do M51 again, okay? So... Oops. Alright, so here you go. So we're going to zoom out a little bit. Okay, there we go. Alright, so you see the reticle, which is right there, right? Okay. Down below that is M51, which is right here. We're going to move to M51. Now, I have the hand controller on my front screen. You can't see it, but it is here, okay? I have north, east, west, and south, and then I have the 4 degrees per second. So I can move this just by the click of a mouse. So I can scroll down, okay? So let me move it up a little bit here. Okay, and then we'll move it over to the left here. Okay, dead center. Now we are right on M51. So you want to know, how does it work? Well, what it does is the plate solver has an entire map of the entire sky. Okay, so you take a picture of anywhere in the sky. Doesn't matter. Usually what I do is when you turn it on and you do your last alignment from your mount. So you do your last amount, it's already aligned. You plug in the bottom of it so that way your computer's connected to it. You go to your I use what's called a Carte de Ciel. Carte de Ciel is a free planetary program, and you just connect the mount. Well, when you connect it, it automatically will tell you that you're looking at Polaris. Or Polaris, wow. Then you use the hand controller to move it down, up, left, right, go to an object. Take a picture of that object where you think it is. Now, it's going to show you a bunch of stars, and you'll be like, well, where's the object? I don't understand. That's where you sync it, okay? Then you sync the mount. So now it says we are pointing at M51. So now what I can do is I can go back to video mode, okay? And I can go to here, okay? I can take a 5-second exposure and see where we are. Okay, so right now we're not going to really see much, only because of the fact that it's we're only taking a 5-second exposure. So let's take a 1-minute exposure here. Let's see here. Okay, turn the guider back on. And go. So it's going to take a 1-minute exposure. I just use Sky Safari. Know where I'm at. Sky Safari draws a field of view on it. Exactly. And that works, you know? I mean, that's perfect. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You know? Stellarium could do it too. Sky Safari can do it. There's a lot of programs that you could definitely work with that they'll definitely tell you. I'm going to try to implement a bunch more things on the front screen to make it a little bit easier. But I try to use as many window captures as possible so you could see everything on the front screen. I made the card to the seal a little bit bigger so you can see where we're pointing in the sky, because that's important. You want to know, where is M51? Well, it's located off the Big Dipper, which is Ursa Major. So it's nice, so you can see. We got about 3 seconds left, and this is going to show up here. There we go. So now, it's pretty close in the middle. So what I'm going to do is trying to get it so you could see it here. It is right here. And then we will just use the curves so that way you can see it a little bit better. There it is. Right there. So it's pretty close to in the middle. Very close to in the middle. So it's not bad. I mean, I love it. I mean, as I said, on a clear night where we don't have any moon or anything, I could nail down the smallest objects. The hardest object that I've ever gotten was Stephan's Quintet. That was insane. For how dim Stephan's Quintet was. It was 5 galaxies, and all 5 of them were like almost damn near impossible to find. So let me pull up Stephan's Quintet here. I can't get it now because this is like a summer object. So Stephan's Quintet it's 5 galaxies, and they're 320 million light years away. I mean, that in itself, 320 million light years away, and there's 5 of them, and the size of them is about an 0.8 arc minutes, which is very, very, very tiny, and the visual magnitude on it is plus 14. Very, very, very small. But I got them. It took a while, but it would have taken me years to probably find it without having Plate Solver. You know I should be resting right now. Yeah. So we're taking a 2-minute image here just to see what we got here. Now, of course, M51 is a pretty bright object. I mean, we can go dimmer than this. Let's see what we can find that's pretty dim. M63. I mean, that's pretty dim, but with the moon out, it's gonna be hard. 3 a.m. Hey, Tom, understand, 100%. You know, it's late where you are. I get it. I appreciate you coming on, though. I'm gonna go get myself a drink because I am thirsty, so I'm gonna let this 2-minute sub go through, and then I will be right back. But Tom, thank you for coming on. Alright, I'm back. Oh, I gotta take down the exposure. There we go. Let's see, let me catch up on the chat here. As Sky Safari with Wi-Fi dongle, 100-foot signal. Can you take someone astrophoto into plate solve? Yes, you can. That's the coolest thing, is that you can definitely do that. Because you can, you can use any photo. Oh my god, I'm burping. Oh boy. Didn't mean to do that. So what you just do is that there's a button up here. So on here, okay, there's a little button right here, which is like a little folder. So I can click that, and then it lets you choose fits or JPEGs, and you can fit any of them in here. And once you click that to find where it is on here, then you just hit plate solve, and when it hit plate solve, it'll go through its whole database. Sometimes I can't figure out where someone astrophoto is pointing at. Exactly. It's just, to me, it's just so great that I could do that. And what I did was, earlier, is that I have the right ascension. So I have like a galaxy up here, but I can do M51. So now you see M51, magnitude 9.26 dimensions. It's actually known as NGC 5194. It's right ascension, declination. It's all on here now. So this way you can see where it is. I love how my wide field is pretty much drowned out. Like, you can't see any. That moon has pretty much drowned out everything. It is nuts. So this is a 2-minute image here of the whirlpool. So it's right here. So now I can adjust curves. Bring this down here. Bring this up a little bit so you can see a little bit of detail. There you go. You should be able to do it from a Mac without any problems at all. I have a Windows, so I don't know, but you should be able to do it from Mac. No, I don't see why you couldn't. We're gonna try a 3-minute exposure just based off of where guiding is. Guiding seems to be pretty good tonight. We could try a long exposure here. Kind of hazy. It definitely does not look clear at all. It looks pretty bad out there. Oh, excuse me. Of course, naturally, that moon is really bright. Is it even in view? Let's see. Yeah, it's in view of the wide field. If I just take it down here and see. Oh yeah, you can see it. Ha! It's like a little dot. If I could zoom it in here on the moon here, let's see. Yep, you can. Ha! You could just barely see detail of the moon. That is so cool. Wonder if you could do 800%. Yeah, you can. 800%. Wonder if you could find it, though. Oh, there it is. Look at that. That's the moon right there. That's a wide field of the moon. Well, I have it. So for Plate Solver, it's a standalone app, but I have it hooked up to the scope. So I have, at the bottom of the hand controller, there is a plug. So it's like a data transfer cable plugged into the bottom of the hand controller. Goes into my 7-port hub. Then I have a 30-foot cord going into the laptop. And then it's under COM 6. So it's under USB COM 6 that I use. And it is just solely based on where it is. And then it communicates between the two of them. So I have a Celestron, a driver. And that's where it uses ASCOM. I know it's confusing. It's a lot, but... Yeah, so that's the whirlpool right there. That's pretty cool. So through the mean moon. So the guiding isn't, guiding's good for considering that we have a full moon out. I'm pretty impressed. And that's the moon in the Y field too. I think that's super neat. Can't get any more zoomed in. It's 800%. Ha! Look at that. That's 100 gain. That's taking up the whole picture. That's crazy. Alright, so this is a 3-minute exposure, and stars don't look horrible. You don't have to have it hooked to a scope. Is there a star chart on screen? No, there's not. There is no star chart that's on the screen. But when you have it connected to the mount, it'll tell you where everything is. There we go. There you go. That's a 3-minute image. Really? There's no ASCOM for a Mac? Wow. That's crazy. I would have never expected that. Huh. I would have thought there would have been. That's crazy. We can actually watch the moon go out of screen here, which is going to be really cool. There, we'll get that centered there, and we'll let it go. So here, we can move to another object. Let's see here, what can we go to? What could we go to here? Let's see. We can go small, but I wouldn't go too small. I would go to... Whirlpool is 9th magnitude. We can look at M40. How does that sound? Good M40? I think that sounds great. Guiding is really good right now. We'll stop the guider though, sadly enough as that is. We'll stop the guider. Okay, we'll stop that. Alright, so now We got M40 end screen here. We'll zoom out a little bit here. There you go. So now you can see where it is on my screen, and what you guys can follow it. Okay, so it's right here, and we're gonna go up and then over. Down a little bit here. There we go. So now you're gonna see it. I'll click this here so you can see M40. And now we're gonna move them out. Moving them out. Moving them out. Now, granted, yes, you could right click and then you could hit slew and it will slew to the target. You could. But I've just been so used to just moving the mount myself. And it's just fun to do, because you can watch it yourself and move. There, we should be dead center on M40 now. So now what we'll do is we'll take a short exposure here. We'll take about a 10-second exposure at 20 gain. And see where we are. Ready? Here we go. Celestron only makes Windows apps. Really? Who just typed hi? I think my daughter has my signed in. Kenzie? Are you typing? Yeah, I saw that. I saw hi, and I'm thinking, I know I didn't type that. Are you watching my stream? Yeah? I figured that's what you were doing. So we're gonna start the guider. Oh, good start for guiding right here. Alright, so in this certain circumstance here, M40. I'm going to pull up M40 here. I would love to. You interested in joining my friends and I on our show, The Shills? We debunk space deniers and other... well, they're morons, which I love. Talk science and have fun. Well, I'm all about having fun. Are you kidding me? I love to have fun. So in this certain circumstance here, looking at M40, or what the hell are we looking at again? M40, I was right. Okay, M40. M40. Let me see here. Pull it up here. M40. Okay, it's it's a multiple star. Seriously? So M40 is these two. Okay, so M40 is these two stars right here. This is it. It's drifted only because it's not on the, here we go, we'll do this. It's on the guider now, but crazy. No, I haven't been hacked. My daughter is watching my stream, and she was typing. Oh, here. Dick, here's what I could do. I'll add you as a moderator. There you go. There you go. So now you can post the URL. And Dave, no, I haven't been hacked, so you're good. we're good. We're good. So M40 is these two stars right here. That's it. That is the object. That's crazy if you think about it. That's M40. I mean, interesting. Oh, EIE. Now, I'm actually... I've already subscribed to them, and actually I have watched a couple of them. Yeah, I've seen it a bunch of times. I think I've talked to you. I think, weren't you on what is it, the Sky Network or whatever it is? That's on Discord? Pretty sure I thought that's where I met you. Yeah, we'll do a long exposure here. We'll do a minute. I know it's not long, but for 2 stars, that's long. I thought we were gonna look at something interesting. I'm like, 2 stars? Like, seriously? That's M40. I think that's very interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's M40. There's a few galaxies in this area too. So that's Ursa Major 70. So Ursa Major 70 is that bright star that you see there. That's in this view. So that's this star right here. Well, you can't see it now, but if I zoom it out a little, well, you still can't see it. Hang on. There you go. That's Ursa Major 70 right there. Okay. There should be 2 galaxies to the right of this. Should be some right in this area here. There should be. Yeah, I could see one of them. There's one of them right here. Yeah, move it up this way, right here. Oh, let's go down. There we go. There we go. There's one galaxy right here. You can just barely see it. For 1 minute exposure, you can definitely see it. So that's pretty cool. You can see how much the moon has moved too. That's pretty cool. So let's see. Let's zoom out here. Hang on. Let's zoom out. Let's see what the sky looks like here. Take an 11-second exposure here. And then what we'll do is we'll move the mount. Let's see, let's move it to something bigger. Let's try... NGC 5906. I think that sounds about right. It's at 28 degrees above the horizon, so... try that one. I think that one might be too low in the horizon right now. We'll look at Alcade, because Alcade's a pretty bright star too. So let's do that. Let's go to Alcade. Why not? Because looking at the Guider, Guider's been doing pretty good tonight. It's been in good shape. So let's see. Stop the Guider. Alright, so there's Eta Ursa Major. And we're going to move the mount. Here we go. We are moving the mount. Okay, and now we're going to bring it down. Too far. There we go. There we go. Dead center. Let's see where we are. Let's do a live shot here. Live shot. Pretty close. There it is. Oh, too far. There it is. There we go. This is Alcade. So this star here that you see is the bottom of the Big Dipper, or the top, however you want to do it, but it's the end of the handle of the Big Dipper. What we're going to do is we're going to put the Guider back on. That's a good star right there. That's perfect. Guide. So now you're going to watch the star and how it's going to stay stagnant now. Now it's not going to move much. Now it's going to go back up, and now it's going to be right there. So you can see where my mouse is, and you can see how the star is going to just bounce. It's going to go up, down, up, down. It's not going to move at all. So that's what I want. So that's perfect. So what we'll do is we'll take a minute exposure. What we'll do is we'll zoom out a little bit here. And we'll take an exposure just to see where we are. And Cat's Eye Nebula is not high enough. though. I would love that. I would love to see Cat's Eye Nebula tonight. I don't think it's... We're gonna have to wait for that one. God darn it! my gain is at 20. The gain's at 20. I keep forgetting. Turn it down. Turn the gain down. Keep forgetting. Oh, what I forgot to do too. Always forget doing that too. Is everybody wants to see what filter we're using. I forgot about that. There, we'll put that up here. There we go. We're on a luminance filter right now. And what's cool, as I said, like up here, you could see the details of LK. 1.85 is the magnitude. It's called Eta Ursa Major. Its right ascension is 13 hours, 48 minutes, and 23 seconds. Declination is 49 degrees, 12 arc minutes, and 17.6 arc seconds. So you can see everything that is about on here. What I could do is I can also bring this down here. I'm going to try to implement as best as I can for everything here. You know, I'd like to be able to implement this with everything. We'll figure it all out. The guider's pretty decent right now. We're running really good. I'd like to get the right ascension up just a little bit. But, I mean, I'm definitely liking it. It's a bright star. Well, Dick Dawson, you know my information. But you should, anyways. I'm on Facebook. Here, what I'll do is I'll do this for you. Here. I will go to the intro screen here. You have my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, and of course my Discord. So there is my Discord channel, which is always there. So my Discord will always be there. And you can always join it. I'm up to, I think it's like 32 people. Something like that, 31. So I got a bunch of people in there that let people know when I'm on. Am I buffering again? Ugh. Let me see. We're buffering again. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, hang on, it's gonna catch up. Give it a minute. I just messaged it saying it's been spotty tonight. to this here.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready?
Let me see. I don't know.
I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me
Go to settings again. I'm trying to figure this out. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Oh, good. Okay, now. Okay, good. Now, internet's been spotty. It's alright. I try. I do my best. So that's okay. Let's go to a different object here. Let's see. The spindle should be up. Should be able to get the spindle. That's M102. Let's see. Find it. Let's see. It's just below M101. Is M101 right there? Or M102? Of course, nothing is ever friggin' labeled correctly. 5906, is that correct? No. Of course. What the hell is it? I'll just type it in. Because I can't find the damn thing. It's M102. Alright, we'll type it in. M102. Go. How come it didn't find it? That's weird. Got it now. Okay. Alright. Yeah, labeled it as NGC 5866. What? No. Why? Yeah, but it's party time. You watching YouTube? What, are you watching my video? Why? You gotta... Can you dance? You're not gonna dance? Alright, so we're gonna stop the guider. Alright, we're gonna stop the image, and then we're gonna move the mount. We're gonna move it to the spindle galaxy. Ooh, the spindle. Keep moving over there, and now we move up. Okay. Move up a little bit. And move over. Right there. The spindle. It should be right in view. Question is do we have a good star? Do we got a good star? We got a good star? No, we don't have a good star. I'll have to use this one, I guess. That's fine, we'll use this one. It's not done doing its calibration. Settle down, settle down. Alright, now guide. Alright, perfect, there we go. Ah! There we go. Alright, take a 1-minute exposure, see if we're right in view. We should be... There we go. So now we got the information up on the whale, not the whale, the spindle galaxy. Should be coming up any second now. Okay, now let's see if it's in view. Yep, should be this thing right here. Should be right here. This should be the spindle. Right here. Welcome to the Spanish part of the show. Yep. Yep, there it is. This is the spindle right here. That's dead center, too. That's pretty good. We'll try a 4-minute exposure to see if we can get any more detail out of it. Hoping. It's supposed to cloud up in like the next half an hour. We're keeping an eye in the sky. It looks really hazy out too. I'm surprised we're getting anything tonight. This is crazy, and the difference of what we were getting earlier this evening on the wide field compared to what we're getting now, it's like day and night. Now, of course, a little bit about the Spindle Galaxy. It's about 47 million light years away. Oh, excuse me. It's a 10th magnitude galaxy, and its diameter is about 86,000 light years across, which is about 3/4 the size of our Milky Way. So it's interesting. Would love to get this in a bigger scope, but that'd be really cool to get. So we're taking a 4-minute exposure just to see what we get. Yeah, we're buffering again. Of course we are. Oh, buffering. Hang on, let me see if I can fix it. Hang on. Settings. Hang on, we're working on it. We're working on it. Hang on. Ow, just pinched my finger. Damn it, that hurt. Let me check the cord. The cord might be out here. There we go. So I may have to do a hard reset on this. Yes, every once in a while, this modem does that. Just crazy. UFOs. Yeah, that's exactly right. see if they're buffering, because I was checking the modem. Yeah, it's pretty much messed up big time. Oh, no problem. Just wish the internet would cooperate tonight, but it is not. It's been very spotty. Just working on it here. Looks like we are just about clouded out here. Don't see many stars on the wide field camera. I don't see much, if anything. So we may be flipping this to microscope. It's almost caught up. We're gonna try to up the bit rate here. See if this will help. Alright, let's see here. Love the circus music, though. More like circus internet. Welcome, Kim. There she is. There's Kim. It looks like it's starting to, it's getting pretty bad out there now. I think the guider's starting to go a little haywire here. But everything seems to be okay with the sound. It's just video is completely shot because I have a bunch of people on the internet. I should get a Nightbot in here. I have not done that yet. I should. That would be smart. I should do that. I have yet to put a Nightbot in here. We are going to flip this, take a brief intermission for just a tiny, tiny bit. And we are going to flip this over to microscope. Because looking at this here, clouds are getting in the way, and I don't think we're going to see much more tonight. So we are going to take a brief intermission for just a tiny, tiny bit. Collect everything here. Get this together here. I hear somebody walking around. YouTube Nightbot is a fake mod. Ha! Oh, he greets new arrivals. Good night, princess. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop the guider. We're gonna stop the astronomy stuff because it looks like it's getting really bad out there now. I don't really see too much here.
You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn.
Let me see here. I'm gonna unplug this. Plug it back in.
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break in. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint, you got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games though? There's no denying what we want. Just watch me break in. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I'm holding